I don't know if I want to immediately go to the answer book and try to figure out how to help that dude. I think... Oh, there was someone else wandering around here too. Yeah, another business guy. Out of curiosity, what do you want? Hello. Hang on, are you the same guy I just talked to? You are mistaken. You and I have not spoken. You must have spoken with Jerry. I am Larry. Perhaps you can help me. I am needed at the boardroom for the presentation. I am behind schedule. Can you direct me to the boardroom? You guys are both completely off course. You guys? You and Jerry, I assume you're going to the same boardroom? No. You are mistaken. Jerry and I work in different departments. Jerry is less consistent in delivering quarterly growth for his department than I am. For that reason, I have been asked to deliver a presentation to the board. In order to prepare for my presentation, I require coffee. We do not have coffee, only tea. I see. However, it is important that I not deliver my presentation until I have coffee. Therefore, I will wait here until coffee becomes available. Sure. So they want the same thing. Let's see. So if they both want coffee, well, Boro said, if I just keep throwing things in, it'll eventually turn brown. I'm gonna grab one of those. And I guess I will try to make coffee. And if all else fails, I will go to the Book of Answers. But first... slap. Come on. Oh my, come on. Kick. T-ball first. Oh, that guy's back. Okay. That's a ghost fruit. Painted gourd. What else we got? Oh, I should have looked. Do any of these taste like coffee? That would have been the smart thing to do. So chips taste like mint. A taste that's impossible to quite place no matter how hard you think about it. Or what to compare it to. So messberry, Wapers lavender, biteberry. Snow cones are known for relieving physical pain when eaten. Tastes like citrus milk, and whatever you most frequently ate for breakfast as a child. Biteberry, completeless, tasteless. Painted gourds taste like you're eating your favorite flavor of ice cream. Blue loops, the fruit of regrets. Eating it makes a person more likely to confess their mistakes. Tastes like apricots. Prison peppers, rich and chocolatey, says to be the fruit of the underworld. Compels you to use the word triangle in conversation. Okay. Well, throw it in. I was gonna empty my pockets. That kind of looks like coffee. Yep. All of it. Oh. Hello. If I give this to them and they give me the "this is not coffee" talk, Gonna be quite upset. Okay, let's give this one a shot. Oh. I feel like I'm gonna need those. Yeah, so coffee. Let's see. Let's see if this tastes like anything. And if the dude don't like it, well, that's on him. Oh, sorry, this isn't for you. Okay. Jerry, good. You have brought coffee? What is this? This is not coffee. It's more like sludge. It is nothing like coffee in any way. It's brown. Yes, you are right. In this way, it is like coffee. In all other ways, it is atrocious. So is that a no? Please do not make me drink any more of this. I cannot. It is unbearable, please. Well, it was worth a shot. He's still carrying the cup. Alright. So, what does the book say? How do I actually make it? Oh, is the first book back? Weird. Oh, I want to read the other one. But first, this request coffee. This request cannot be fulfilled at this time. Oh my. Say, who are these questionable individuals gathering nearby? The ones in the hideous suits. Guess is as good as mine. I find their drab appearance quite offensive to the sensibility of this shop. I don't remember the voice I gave you. They would love to run a presentation by you. They've been requesting that I make coffee. That one. Coffee? Do they not see we are in a tea shop? How dreadfully arrogant. To make demands for a drink as vulgar as coffee. Here of all places. The self-absorption of these corporate types sickens me dreadfully, I must say. No, I cannot stand to be around them any longer. I must bid you farewell and return to my travels. Take care, my dear. I hope to return one day under less dreary circumstances. Immediately went, ew, who's the corporate scum? What's this one? Alright, whatever. Oh, okay, what do you have now? To the person who returned a second lost parcel, this is quite confusing. As you know, you already returned one lost parcel to me containing my sacred cloak. However, your latest package contained another cloak exactly the same in every way. Where did the second cloak come from? My cloak is the only one of its kind. It's not possible. Where are you finding these packages? Attaches a photo of me attempting to wear both cloaks at once. You'll see it's quite nonsensical. I am coming apart at the seams attempting to wear two cloaks at once. What have you done to me? Olivia the Almancer. I'm sorry, Olivia. Is there a frame I haven't used? That one. Oh, I want to see the full photo. Alright, hang on. Oh no, she's so confused. There you go, that's better. Oh, what else you got? This is the Book by Mail Club. Unfortunately, I have to apologize to you. After I sent out the previous book, several readers wrote to me to remind me that Dirk Warhard as a character is an outdated model of masculinity in law enforcement, a product of his time. I recognize that as cultural norms change, it is important to reflect on what our media implies and accepts. That's why this time I'm sending you an analysis of Dirk Warhard character and franchise to better contextualize the novels against the social circumstance in which they were written. You're kidding. Chasing Bolts, a history and critical theory of the... All right, we're reading these. grab your story time drinks, cozy up. We're reading them. We're gonna start with The Edge of a Bullet. No, wait, we read this one. I think this is the one we read. Yes, we read this one. And trying to place it. The Fastest Bullet Alive, a Dirk Warhard novel. Excuse me. Yes. Hello. Wait, are you Larry or Jerry? Which one are you? My name is Terry. I would like your assistance. I am looking for the boardroom. Buddy, aren't we all? Perhaps amongst those of us who are looking for the boardroom, yes. We are all looking for the boardroom. However, it seems that this is a drink shop. You're the first one to figure it out. Therefore, in order to most effectively deliver my presentation, I request a cup of coffee. There's no coffee here, only tea. Once I have coffee, then I will continue seeking out the boardroom. I don't like any of you. Now, hopefully no one interrupts my reading. Can I sit down and read? Nope, didn't mean to do that. I'm just going to stare off into space. This one's 13 pages. Wait, what's the name of the Fastest Bullet Alive? Okay. The location, outer space. The mission, Dirk Warhard going to outer space. The man, Dirk Warhard. Dirk Warhard knew only one thing about outer space. Anything you kill in space stays there for good. He couldn't remember where he had learned this piece of information, but it was about to save his life. 2 days ago, he had boarded a global... 2 days ago, he had boarded a spaceship bound for the Global Alliance space station. Most field agents required extensive training to prepare for a mission to space, but Dirk Warhard was no ordinary agent. He completed the 3-week training program in a mere 6 hours, taught himself physics in order to build his own spaceship, and most importantly, he could hold his breath up to 30 minutes at a time. That's impressive. This last point was important because Dirk Warhard didn't trust the government-issue spacesuit he'd been given. It was common knowledge that the government filled their spacesuits with government air, a type of air subsidized by the government for public use, and so it had inevitably been breathed by all manner of degenerates such as actors and theater performers and improv comedians. Dirk Warhard trusted air that only he had ever breathed, and so throughout the mission, he had only allowed himself to breathe once every 30 minutes so as to consume as little of the degenerate air as possible. This very moment, he had just taken one such breath. He was floating in space just outside the Global Alliance space station, fitted in his government-issue spacesuit. Not 100 feet away, a vicious man named Commander Huntington was waiting, also floating in space. However, Commander Huntington was wearing perhaps the most elite spacesuit ever constructed, a fusion-powered nanoparticle exoskeleton made from steel and magma. Dang. And designed by a man who didn't know how to love. Dirk Warhard grimaced at the relative puniness of his own suit as the government air rushed into his lungs, and he screamed as the horrific thoughts of mediocre community improv assaulted his mind. Commander Huntington smirked, aware of his obvious advantage. "I see you, Dirk Warhard," he yelled. "I see you and the pitiful equipment you've lugged up here. How could you ever consider yourself a match for my superior exoskeleton?" As he said this, the exoskeleton blinked in a pattern of glowing green lights that looked like a snake, which Dirk Warhard thought was super cool. "Face it," chuckled Commander Huntington. "You've lost. Outer space belongs to me. Now, and with my unstoppable technology, I will rule over it like a king." Dirk Warhard wanted to yell back, "Well, you can't do that stuff if you're dead," but he knew that doing so could easily shave 10 minutes off his breath-holding time, so he instead turned to someone who could do all the talking for him. His trusty handgun. Dirk Warhard pulled the handgun from its holster, pointed at Commander Huntington, and squeezed the trigger. The bullet exploded out of the gun, raced towards Commander Huntington, and slowed to a complete halt, inches from Huntington's face. Commander Huntington burst into laughter. Well, well, it seems even the famous Dirk Warhard is fallible. My exoskeleton emits a gravitational field that will slow your bullets to a complete halt. Do you see now how useless it is to oppose me? I am invincible. And the lights on his suit showed the cool snake eating toxic waste and surviving. It was a terrible moment for Dirk Warhard. His gun had never failed him before, and he had fired it over 1 million times at over 10 million people. You'll never be able to shoot me, taunted Commander Huntington. Your bullets aren't fast enough. Suddenly, something sparked in Dirk Warhard's mind. The commander's words echoed in his ears. Your bullets aren't fast enough. His mind stirred, and a memory of himself as a young man suddenly flashed before his eyes. I said your bullets aren't fast enough, Warhard. It was the voice of Hollister Madblack, Dirk Warhard's very first trainer. Madblack had been the one who shaped Dirk Warhard into the heroic agent of violent justice he would one day become. Madblack was a brutal teacher, unrelenting in his methods, and incredibly specific in his background knowledge of your insecurities. And on this particular day, Dirk Warhard had spent all afternoon at the firing range while Madblack berated him. Your bullets aren't fast enough, Madblack growled. They're pathetic. They've got all the intents of a comatose infant dying of the plague underwater. Do it again. The young Dirk Warhard grimaced, his sweaty hands gripping the handgun, and he fired the gun once again with all his might. The bullet went fast, really, really fast, but it wasn't fast enough for Madblack. You can't make a bullet go faster. No, 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 yelled Madblack. Still too slow. My grandmother could hobble faster than this, and she's literally made of bricks. Do it again. Dirk Warhard was nearly at his limit. He'd been shooting the bullets as fast as he knew how to, and it still wasn't enough for Madblack. Dirk Warhard slumped his shoulders in resignation. Madblack got right in his face. Now you listen to me, Warhard. We aren't leaving this pristine, privately funded underground training compound until you fire a bullet so fast it leaves me in tears. And I've only cried twice, ever. So stand up, point yourself forward like a man, and fire the gun. A wave of determination swept over Dirk Warhard's face. He threw his shoulders back, raised his handgun into the air, and focused his mind into the one single thing in the world that brought him true happiness and inspiration. Dirk Warhard. Just thinking of himself, he grinned as his finger clenched the trigger with every fiber of strength he had. He screamed at the top of his lungs, I'm Dirk Warhard! The bullet erupted from the gun, traveling at speeds he'd never known before. Hollister Madblack smiled. That's it, Warhard! That's what I wanted to see! Again! Dirk Warhard fired the gun once again. I heard a horse. Oh, is that the radio? Okay. I got confused. Dirk Warhard fired the gun again, that this time with even more strength than before. His finger moved with a velocity he had never known in his life, slamming down onto the trigger. My name is Dirk Warhard, and I am Dirk Warhard! The bullet erupted from the gun at a blazing pace. Again and again he fired, each bullet faster than the one before. After nearly 9 hours of uninterrupted gunfire, Dirk Warhard at last paused and lowered his handgun. He turned to see Hollister Madblack with a single tear rolling down his cheek. Number 3, Warhard, not bad. These words echoed in Dirk Warhard's memory as his mind raced back to the present moment where Commander Huntington continued to taunt him, using the same exact words he'd already repeated like 5 or 6 times by now. Your bullets aren't fast enough to defeat me, Dirk Warhard. Dirk Warhard smiled. He gripped the handgun like you grip a beloved friend and pointed at the commander, who simply laughed. Go ahead, try your best. Dirk Warhard closed his eyes and thought deeply about the one thing in this world that he truly loved, the source of all his inspiration, the only man whose air he'd willingly breathe, and the only family member who had ever sold his personal information to a country we're at war with, Dirk Warhard. A warmth filled from within him. A warmth filled him from within, circling his body before traveling downward into his finger. It was as though his finger was moving all on its own, unencumbered by any burden of life or physics, like a being of pure light traveling in an imperfect world. His fingers squeezed the trigger with more strength, more velocity, more momentum than any man knew was possible. Nobody had ever fired a gun like this before. Nobody. With a deafening crack, the bullet fired directly at Commander Huntington. For a split second, Huntington felt a genuine shock that he might have been outmatched. And then, nothing. No reaction at all. Commander Huntington was perfectly fine. Ha! He laughed. You missed! The famous Dirk Warhard fired the shot of a lifetime, and he misses. Unbelievable! Huntington couldn't stop himself. He doubled over with laughter. But Dirk Warhard didn't seem to mind. In fact, the faintest grin danced across his face. Commander Huntington laughed and pointed at Dirk Warhard in mocking derision, until suddenly he was seized by a very unusual feeling. What was this feeling exactly? It was as though the exoskeleton was gripping him just a bit less tightly than usual. In fact, he was starting to feel as though there were no exoskeleton. Not merely that the exoskeleton had been destroyed, but that it had never existed at all. Dirk Warhard had hit exactly what he aimed at. The bullet had erupted from the gun at such an unbelievable velocity that it couldn't be contained by the very fabric of space around it. It shredded through reality, setting quantum matter alight in its wake. Oh my god. And in doing so, it pierced the veil of time. A bullet traveling so fast, it traveled backward in time. Backward a minute, then an hour, then a day. Years began to fly by, and the bullet lost no momentum. It soared through the years until at last it found its destination, the steel and magma laboratory where the exoskeleton had been constructed, honed and refined in its design by the scientists who didn't know how to love. Decades of work and research had culminated in the unstoppable exoskeleton that Commander Huntington wore today. Yet, here, at the start of it all, Dirk Warhard's bullet re-entered the fabric of space. It flew straight and true into the liquid explosive core of the facility, generating a spark that blew the entire facility to pieces. No exoskeleton would ever be constructed there. That much was certain. Now, in the present moment, Dirk Warhard watched as Commander Huntington grasped and flailed at the empty space surrounding his body, where the exoskeleton had just been moments ago. As Commander Huntington scowled at him in the combination of spiteful fury and suffocating, Dirk Warhard couldn't help but laugh. Dirk Warhard had always despised the past, but today it had saved his life. He knew it would cost him precious air, but he was too swept up in emotion. He turned to outer space and yelled, "My name is Dirk Warhard, and I will defeat the past, even if it takes the rest of my life." Then he laughed and laughed until inevitably he had to breathe again, and he inhaled the horrific thoughts. As he inhaled, the horrific thoughts returned of good-natured community actors just trying to get a leg up in their highly competitive industry. He shuddered in disgust, but somehow it didn't bother him. Here in space, watching as Commander Huntington suffocated, or whatever he was doing over there, Dirk Warhard felt certain that he had made his old trainer proud, and that was all that mattered. Somewhere in the past, Hollister Madblack smiled ever so slightly and nodded in glowing approval as another tear ran down his calloused double cheek. Number 4. Not bad, Warhard. Not bad. Oh my god. Oh, so now... I will save this for another time, probably. Jeez. Oh, excuse you. What was that? I saw glitter. Help? Are you Dirk Warhard? Yeah, whoa, what the hell? Goodness, hello. Hello. Delightful, delightful, such a delight. Beautiful. We are Zenith. Hello, you are a collective? We have traveled along the infinite path to be here. To be here. We have seen your world. We have loved your world. It is delightful. Delightful. What is the infinite path? The infinite path. What a glorious path. glorious. The line which connects all consciousness strains them upon the unending thread. Unending. We walked it. We danced it. We found it delightful. Delightful. We see on your face. This is not a helpful answer. Confused. It's just, never seen anything like you before. And we, in turn, have never seen anything like you. It is a joy to discover. Joyful. We are discovering so very much about your plane of existence. Discovering. Look, have you seen them? They are our favorite discovery yet. Favorite. These men, they are wearing suits. They are conducting business. Suits. This is our favorite discovery by far. Yes. The businessmen? That's the best thing you've seen? Yeah, yes! Yes. You haven't seen very much, have you? To the contrary, we have seen the vastness of time itself. That's upsetting. We have touched upon consciousness in all realms. We have spoken to the colors of the dying star. We have lived inside the eyes of an entire species for its entire lifespan. We have spent millennium living within a single moment of radiant joy. And we must say, this, the men of business, it is one of our favorites. Truly. What exactly do you like about them so much? Are they not inherently delightful? We do not know how to describe it. Delightful. They are many, yet they seem to be of one mind. We are similar to them in this sense. Very similar. We have been following them from place to place. As they move, they search. Search. I'm very upset about this, this revelation. They search for the boardroom. They seek this. They are called to it. They have been searching for a long time. A very long time. We are delighted by this quest. We hope very much that they succeed. Delighted. Well, would you like tea? 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 We have not yet encountered tea in this reality. What is it? Describe it. It's just hot water with some ingredients in it. Oh, yes, we have heard of this. It is called coffee. Coffee! The men of business have spoken it fondly many times. A great love. You flew out of your hair. No. Coffee is a different thing. We don't have coffee, only tea. Intriguing. Intriguing. We must know more. Please bring us tea. Please. Okay, what kind of flavor do you want? I can put any ingredient here into the tea. Any ingredient at all? How fascinating. What flavor do we wish for? We wish for the flavor of something that is of value. Valuable. Of value? Yes, we wish to know what it is of value in this world for you. You mean like a valuable fruit? It does not have to be a fruit. It can be anything at all. Anything. Okay, I'll put something valuable into the tree. Into the tea. Very good. We await it eagerly. We've just been approached by a demigod? Or the creator of time? Hey, did you see the magical space being that showed up? Their name is Zenith, and they said they came on the infinite path. Have you ever heard of that? Goodness me, no, Boro has never heard of such a thing. Although, over the years, I have seen a handful of otherworldly beings make their way to the shop. It is always such a treat when it happens. They are the most fascinating sources of knowledge. If you are learning of any extra-dimensional tea recipes from our new friend, please do not be letting me know. Oh, please do be letting me know. Do not be letting me know. Boro's like, I'm not here for that intergalactic crap. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use the book. Nope. Come here. Any drink at all is acceptable. There's no correct answer. You'll simply get a different response depending on the main ingredient. In that case, I don't know where this parcel came from. If it's another cloak, though, I'm going to scream. Am I holding the other items? Okay, just wanted to check. Okay, what fruits? Ghost fruits. A savory. Oh, I want the ice cream one. Which one's that? Rich in chocolate said to be the fruit of the underworld. No. The fruit of regrets. Eating it makes a person more likely to confess their mistakes. No. Tastes like your favorite flavor of ice cream. The painted gourds. Okay, we'll try that one. What were the other ones? Wayward sprouts. I feel like the snow cone's going to be the thing that says like citrus milk and whatever you frequently ate for breakfast is going to be important for the coffee. Bite berry, completely tasteless. Returns you to the thoughts of innocence. Bright and tangy with the hints of lavender. Enhance one's awestruck amazement at the vastness of nature. Ooh. Let's see. A taste that isn't impossible to quite place, no matter how hard you think about it or what you compare to it. Known to infuriate some. Huh. I think the way... Maybe? I want to try something. I'm gonna put you over here. Hello. You're so colorful. Are you gonna stay like that forever? Oh, let's take care of some of these weeds. At least they're not growing all over the place. Is that a trinket? Yeah, let's put that in the pocket. Oh, no. What are you a picture of? Puffing skeleton. Oh, that's horrifying. I want gift shrooms. Because they said they want something valuable. And I'm curious if putting a trinket in it will make a difference. Don't walk into those thorns. And that's exactly what he did. This is cups and everything out here. Gotta get those cups cleaned. And okay, there's a gift room. Nope, drop. And you have 2 more gift rooms. Sweet. Alright, now let me try and pull off this plan. Where was the one I planted? You. And another one. And one more. Oh, and I'm going to go wash these dirty cups. Oh. Okay. And... Oh, I am so sorry. Hello. Why are you following me? Okay, and I'm going to grow gifts. Aw. Gonna drop that. He gave me a mug. Huh. Had one of those before. Oh, and another mug. I was gonna say that one looks like smart, chocolate smart. Alright, I want to try putting a trinket in and... Oh my god, what was the other one? The ice cream. I want to do the ice cream one. It tastes like... Or the vastness of nature. Painted gourds. Tastes like... No, we'll do the painted gourds. Which one did the painted gourds grow on? Green surrounded by yellow. So this one? Yes. Okay. Let's make the divine creature thing its tea. You know what? That teddy bear is all yours. Not even gonna fight you. It wanted something valuable. I could have put a lost parcel, I guess. I think that's might have been one of the fastest ways I've done that. Okay. Right, a trinket. You're getting placed on a shelf. And... Nope. Where's the trinket? Nope, you're getting thrown in. Okay. And... Which pockets? Painted gourd. And the T-ball. And I have a cup on me already. See, I heard valuable and I thought trinket. Oh, little ladybugs. There. Following the businessman around. Maybe this thing will give me coffee. Here you go. We will now consume the tea. Yes. Interesting. Interesting. The taste of this tea. How fascinating. We can sense there is a delightful object within the tea. An enjoyable trinket. An amusement. A decoration. Trinket. We feel too that it is of value to you, to others. And you parted with it for the sake of our tea, yes? A gift. So you have. We sense your generosity in preparing such a drink. For this, we are most grateful. Tea truly is a substance of magic. Magic. I took a guess with that trinket, yeah, but I'm assuming that was the right thing to do. Please, we must know, is tea superior to coffee? Better than coffee? I don't know and I don't care. No, coffee's better. I don't know and I don't care. The men of business, they have spoken to us many times about coffee. Many times. They seek it. They crave it. They cannot find it. Tragic. But your shop of tea, it is perhaps the perfect opportunity to make coffee. Please tell us, what would be necessary to produce coffee? I guess, coffee beans? Coffee beans! Yes, of course! It is so obvious! We see it now. Coffee beans! What magic is needed for this? How shall it be produced? We are channeling the infinite past for answers. Ah, indeed. We can see it now. The essence of coffee beans, clear in our mind. We are summoning it into this forest right here. We are imbuing this clearing with the essence of coffee beans. Deepest essence. Here it is. Aha! So it has come to pass. A coffee bean. Success. Yes, your clearing will now your clearing will now surely grow wild coffee beans. May they bless your shop for 1 trillion spectrocycles. Trillions. So then, how do I exactly use them to make how do I exactly use them to make coffee? We are receiving information on this matter from the infinite path. Receiving. We are considering how best to teach it to you. Here, just write it down in my field guide. Ah, a well-engineered solution. We find this acceptable. Field guide. There is an explanation on the production of coffee. Coffee plants will grow around the clearing. Simply approach one and pick the coffee bean out of the center. Only one bean will spawn per plant. Okay. Good to know. Coffee beans come right out of the ground, so they're quite dirty. Be sure to run each bean through a dishwasher before making coffee with it. I have to actually roast it. After the bean is washed, toss it into your tea infuser, just like you would any other ingredient. The brew will turn into coffee. We wish you a successful effort to make coffee. Blessings. May our precious men of business at last be satisfied. Men! I'll do my best. Still don't understand why you like them. Okay. We have been given coffee beans. Somewhere? Seeds. Yeah, the space... Oh, does Boro know? Or do I just tell Boro we have coffee now?
Hello, Miss Alta. Boro has thought of a task you might enjoy. This task involves something dear to my heart. The Pluffins, our wonderful little bird friends. You've seen them roaming around yes?
Yep.
Did you know that you can be feeding them tea? They are quite loving the stuff. In fact, they will even change colors to whatever tea you serve them, like magic. Please note that this is not actually magic. This is simply being normal Pluffin biology. So perhaps you'd like to feed the tea to our Pluffin friends here? If you are, giving several of them some tea, it would make our animal friends delightfully colorful.
Will they die if I don't feed them?
Goodness no! Pluffins are being just about the most indestructible creatures in the universe. There are barely a soul alive who have ever actually witnessed a Pluffin die. It is the stuff of myth and mystery. No, feeding them is merely for our enjoyment, and theirs. They seem to enjoy the taste. What do you say? Does this sound like a task you'd care to take on?
I've already done one. On accident.
Wonderful. To be given a Pluffin tea, all you must do is place the teacup on the ground next to the Pluffin. The smell alone is surely enough to draw them over for a drink. Once you've served tea to 5 of them, won't you please come and speak with me?
Do the Pluffins need tea balls, though? I am going to, since I have this tea prepared already, let me find a random Pluffin. One that isn't already colored. You. Oh, well, look at you. I'm gonna color the heck out of these Pluffins. Take that. And I see you have, oh, the beans just grow now. What pocket are these in? Oh, I want to put this photo up somewhere. I gotta have one blank space somewhere. On that ladder. Up, 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 up. Oh yeah, Bora, you have one more thing to tell me?
Miss Alta, Boro has noticed that there is coffee growing right here in our clearing.
Yeah, Zenith spawned it to serve the businessmen.
My goodness, what an improbable delight. I did not even know it is being possible. Although I will say, coffee has never exactly been Boro's cup of tea. Huh.
You don't seem like a coffee guy.
You are very much correct. Boro is not being much of a get-up-and-go person. Oh dear, now that we serve coffee, will WANDERSTOP have to rebrand? No, I can't be doing it. We are simply a tea shop that sometimes has coffee.
Don't worry about it. I'll handle the coffee.
Ah, now that is what I am liking to hear. As always, Boro is going to put off learning any new or useful skills for as long as possible.
You know what? He's not wrong. Okay. So I'm wondering if I can mix the coffee with anything. Oh, I want to see if these beans change right away. Okay, it's going through the wash. And that's definitely a lighter shade. Oh, and then it's gonna roast them. I'm gonna make some room for it. Who's sleeping? Oh, it was Boro. And there we go. Ah, my roasted beans. Like it just says clean. And this one I will stash. And just out of curiosity, I am going to get... I already forgot what that plant was called. What's the milk one? The milk one. Tastes like citrus and milk. Flowering Snokes. The all yellow one. Yep, before I make the all yellow one, I think I need seeds for it. This watering can is empty. Gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme water. Water. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And you. I think... Whoop, careful. Okay, now I'm going to try and make their coffee. So let's give this a go. Alright, so water. I need a lot of coffee. I forgot that all of them want it. Kick. And if it gives me crap for mixing something into it, there, I have made them coffee. And I need cups. Cup. Cup. And cup. Okay. Where's that guy at? I guess any of them. Do I have to go to them in a specific order? Here, please, just take your coffee. Hi, Jerry. You have brought coffee. Oh, you have brought coffee. This is coffee. I am glad to have coffee at this time. The coffee will better enable me to deliver my presentation to the board. This presentation will be the first I have ever delivered. It is important that I made a positive impression. May I present it to you now to practice? I'm gonna call it here because I don't do something next episode. You guys take it easy. Thanks. Later.